or something. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Memphis Egyptians. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Memphis. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Lance going to put it up right away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good. 4-8.
Here's Lance to throw it. It's caught. Smith. Room here to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route. Just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Jeremy Chin there defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lance going to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on second down. Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Lance. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Lance on the bootleg. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's caught. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Egyptians' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Broncos first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Touchdown! Christian Watson. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. Very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Lance. It's caught by Davis. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On the double. Ball red.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
10 seconds. Watch out now, 50 series.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Lance and company going on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Ready.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back
you
on
need
that
for a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And some room to run now. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A give for Henderson running to the right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk to one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Henderson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. On play action, they'll throw. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Motion fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Ultra. Go ultra. Check pitch. Ready?
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From the 7 now, it's third and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Lance now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here we go. 4th down. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Hey, check,
Up the middle, here's Henderson. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. Myers' kick is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there. 54 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And we'll get this one down to about the 17.
We often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Garabay's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 71 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had a goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on the swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 6. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's a sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready, ready. Fight, 97. Number 38.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Garabay's kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll look to throw. Watson making the catch. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henderson. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Broncos 24. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 10.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. Their own 21.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.